Hello, my fellow classmates. Welcome to my interview presentation with Dr. Melton. My name is Leanne Sylvia, and I conducted my interview on Wednesday, March 5th in the Hollis Building around 12:30 at Georgia Southern University. Let's meet Dr. Melton. Dr. Melton is currently a faculty member in the College of Health and Human Sciences as an associate professor in the Department of Health and Kinesiology. She primarily teaches FYE classes, which are about budgeting and finance, and she also teaches health education and promotion classes, as well as general healthful living classes. She's been a program director for the PAL program for about 8 years. The PAL program it's an acronym for Physical Activity and Healthful Living. It basically consists of two types of classes that are needed that are a requirement for graduation. The first portion is physical activity, which is your bowling, your scuba, your fitness walking, as well as the second portion, which is your healthful living or your general health class. Dr. Melton is also a supervisor for 30 graduate assistants who teach those physical activity classes. Dr. Melton has always had a passion for learning about health, wellness, and exercise. She began her career at Purdue University, earning a bachelor's degree in movement and sports science. She continued on to Georgia Southern University, earning a master's degree in exercise physiology and kinesiology. While she was earning her master's degree, she was a graduate assistant. She taught various classes, including aerobics and anatomy and physiology and body conditioning classes. However, her love for classes was surrounded by swimming, and another position that she held was as a youth swimming coach. Although Dr. Melton had planned to work in exercise physiology, she really fell in love with teaching and being a teaching assistant at the college level. This was what motivated her to obtain her doctorate in curriculum studies and continue to teach at the college level. Dr. Melton's life interests are really surrounded by health and wellness, physical activity, and preventing chronic illness. Dr. Melton always wanted to help people with health and fitness quests. As an undergraduate student, she worked at a recreational department doing individual personal training and developing healthy lifestyle modifications. When she became a graduate assistant, she realized teaching group classes about health and wellness would be more efficient because she could help people take preventative measures to modify unhealthy behaviors before they became chronically ill. Dr. Melton lives by a life philosophy, which is really about making people healthier to enjoy a fuller life. When I asked Dr. Melton what were some of the best and worst parts of her current position, she indicated that some of the best parts were conducting her research and working with graduate students. She really enjoys creating interventions that help people and that change their lifestyles. She also enjoys working again with the graduate students by providing support and fueling their own passions for teaching. She really overall enjoys being a mentor to others and sharing her own knowledge. Some of the worst or not so good parts about her position is that she feels underappreciated. She indicated that she feels underappreciated and frustrated in teaching her upper level students. She feels as though they believe this is an easy A, they can get in, get out, give me the grade, and they don't really care about the actual program or the material that's being taught. She also believes that there's a lot of administrative red tape and politics involved within our department, but also within higher education. Dr. Melton, if you ever got to know her, was really a very, upbeat, want to get the job done, go-getter type of person. And she often feels frustrated when she's working with senior leadership who don't have the same types of attitudes and tend to be a little bit more lackadaisical with regard to making decisions or important decisions or answers that she might need to do her own job. When I asked Dr. Melton, "Are you satisfied with your career?" she indicated that she was very happy with her career decision and the path that she chose. It was really hard not to be motivated by her own excitement when she started talking about her job. Um, she said that she really loves her career choice, and that within this type of career, she is allowed a lot of flexibility and autonomy. And she even quoted, I'll quote her, "I can do what I want, when I want, and how I want. And there really aren't a lot of positions that allow that type of freedom." This type of position also gives her a really great work-life balance. Although she's a professor, she's also a wife and a mother with 3 kids, so she really enjoys having that different type of balance that's really needed to have a family life and a career as well. When I asked Dr. Melton what ways that she challenges herself, she indicated through her research work. Um, she really loves conducting research, and every time she does a new study, she always finds that she learns something new from it, not only the research results, but also from her own participants. And she finds that conducting research really helps her become more proficient in her own field. I really wanted to grasp if there were any cross-cultural factors that impact her career, and she indicated that there's a major gender bias and there are gender issues that are plaguing the university system. Honestly, if you really take a look at the higher administration and leadership positions, she also told me that most are held by white males. And she doesn't feel that this is across the health and kinesiology department, but rather across the university. And she also found that there is a very big bias in salary wages between men and women, and that also really frustrates her because she feels like she puts in as much effort as some of her coworkers, yet they get paid higher salaries. In the future, Dr. Melton really wants to become a full professor as well as an expert in her research. Overall, she really enjoys what she's doing, but she's not sure she wants to give up her freedoms and her autonomy for an administrative role such as a department chair. Although she wouldn't mind mentoring some of the younger faculty that are coming on board in the field because she really enjoys that part of her job. Some advice that she would give for future professionals would be to always remain professional because you would never really know what type of opportunities can come knocking at your door, and you want to be prepared and ready for those types of opportunities. She also recommended to remove yourself from water cooler talk. Don't necessarily get involved in the politics and gossip within, let's say, a department. Maybe have one confidant that you might want to share your feelings and your thoughts to, but don't really get mixed up in the, for lack of a better word, drama of the department. Within the Department of Health and Kinesiology, there is both a vision and a mission. The vision really gives a breakdown of what the department represents, as well as the areas and programs of study that the department holds, such as athletic training, coaching, exercise science, sports psychology, and again, the physical activity and healthful living classes that we offer. The mission really supports the vision, and the mission in and of itself is very, I find it to be very general. But I mean, I won't read it all, but the mission does support the vision. The organizational structure within the Department of Health and Kinesiology consists of a dean who oversees the College of Health and Human Sciences, followed by an associate dean and their administrative support staff, which consists of 3 lovely ladies. There's also a department chair who oversees 40 faculty members, 6 program coordinators, and then 1 program director, which is Dr. Melton, and she also has her own administrative support. There are also approximately 8 academic advisors that help with enrollment and registration. The program coordinators are some faculty members that are responsible for the enrollment and matriculation of graduate students and accepting them into the various programs that I had mentioned in the vision statement. Some current changes and current issues within the Department of Health and Kinesiology consist of modification in leadership positions. For example, we have at Georgia Southern University, we have an interim provost. In the College of Health and Human Sciences, we have an interim dean, as well as an interim department chair. This causes a lot of, an issue, which is the flux in administration. Dr. Melton shared that we, in the Department of Health and Kinesiology, used to have a very clear vision and mission. However, the current department chair seems to be lacking a vision and a mission, and a lot of the faculty members aren't really sure which direction that the department is taking because there's so much flux in administration. In addition, she felt as though there was a lack of democracy in terms of decision making. A lot of faculty members really like to have a say in who is appointed to leadership positions, and she felt as though not a lot of faculty members really got a say, rather they were just told that these were the people that were taking over these positions. She did indicate as a change that yes, there's been an increase in growth in faculty and also student enrollment. However, the ratio from faculty to students is really not enough. Class sizes keep growing and growing. However, the faculty are, overwhelmed and strained with the amount of class sizes. Lastly, she indicated that President Keel of Georgia Southern was really shifting the university to focus on athletics and becoming a research university, but there seems to be surrounding frustration there with the lack of funding. Budget cuts at the university level affect the department. Dean Joyner of Health and Human Science, the College of Health and Human Sciences, indicated that Georgia Southern did not receive any new funding from the state this year, and that's really put a dent on the university as a whole, where everyone has had to submit budget cuts to the president. This has decreased the amount of travel monies that are allocated to faculty members to attend conferences, and it also inhibits faculty and graduate assistant raises. Dr. Melton felt that faculty really needed a pay increase. She said that the faculty have not had a pay increase in 6 years in their department, and she felt that this was a little bit unfair because new hires that are coming into the department are actually ending up making more money than faculty who have been in the department for several years. She also felt like there was a double standard between administration and faculty, where they were being told that there was no funding for raises. However, she has seen firsthand administrators getting raises, and this was very frustrating to her. At the close of the interview, I asked her what accomplishments has health and kinesiology made, and she indicated that some of the programs within the department have received accreditation. Some of those programs include nutrition, as well as the health promotion and education program as well. Really, the nutrition department or nutrition program is really the up-and-coming accolade for the department. Some difficulties that they have faced so far is really a lack of facilities and space. Even though enrollment keeps increasing, class sizes keep increasing, we really don't have the physical capacity or the physical space to put students in these classes anymore. Some future plans for the department include becoming a school within the College of Health and Human Sciences. All of the programs within the college are actually a school. Health and kinesiology is the only one that is left as a department. Some of my reactions. I currently work for Dr. Melton, and I'm very happy that she is my supervisor. She's a really great person to work with overall. It's very apparent that she loves her profession and that she cares for her students. Some of the reactions to Dr. Melton's thoughts. For me, I think it's very true that there's a lack of democracy and a lack of rights for the faculty members. I saw this firsthand at one of the recent faculty senate meetings. More importantly, I think it's really great that in talking to her and reading all the assignments that we've been doing, that I really get to put the pieces of our readings and what I'm learning together. I think that's the most important thing, and I had a great interview with her.